Hey guys, I've had the pleasure of being asked to record this short clip for you ahead of you joining. When you are within JMAN properly, hopefully in July onwards, I'll be out here to tell you a bit more in detail about what I'm going to talk to you about during this short clip. I'm an associate partner at JMAN. I've been here for about a year and predominantly work out the London office, but I do spend time across all three offices of JMAN, including New York, Chennai and London. Before I came to JMAN, I spent 5 years at TDR Capital, which is a UK-focused, what's known as a mid-market buyout fund. And my job was to help TDR buy, transform and then sell companies for a profit. Why that's relevant for us as JMAN, but also relevant to you, is 95% of the projects we do at JMAN and 95% of what we're going to do in the future is for private equity funds and their portfolio companies. Private equity, it's this massive industry that is so large, but not many people know about it. Private equity firms manage about $4.5 trillion of capital at any one time, which, to put into context, would make it the third largest country in the world, behind US and China, well ahead of UK, well ahead of India. And that's just expected to grow, especially as private equity finds its growth trajectories in Asia, in India and China. So it's going to become more and more important throughout the world. Because it's so important to JMAN and lots of our work is within this space, one of the reasons why private equity firms come to us is our deep expertise in this area. We have 5+ years experience in this area, more than any other data science, data engineering consultancy, and especially with the software engineering. So we are actually in quite a unique position to deliver high value projects for private equity funds and their portfolio companies. Why it's so relevant to you is as soon as you get in the company, you will start to work on these projects. You'll start to meet private equity executives and their companies they own. And we need everyone at JMAN to understand enough that you can align ourselves with what our clients are after. And ultimately, private equity funds' role is to create value for its shareholders. It does this by buying companies. So a private equity fund will raise many millions or multiple billions to go out and buy companies. Quite often does this through a series of steps. So the first step is finding the right company to invest in. This is called origination. Once it's found a company to invest in, it will conduct what's known as due diligence. Due diligence is all around understanding what this business is, how it operates, ultimately ending at a valuation. If that's successful, they'll buy the company. Either they'll buy the whole company or they'll buy a subpart portion of the company, depending on what type of fund they are, depending on what type of company they are looking to invest in. From this point in, they have about 5 years to create value in their company. So post due diligence, it then goes to the ownership period. And that's where we spend a lot of time working. We partner with private equity funds and their portfolio companies to drive value creation through data, which it's still quite new. And even though we're quite small, we are one of the best known in the space to do this. And so we have a lot of people, lots of funds coming to us to talk about it and to run these kind of projects. Once we've helped a private equity fund create value, increase the value of that company, the next part is selling the company. And this is where we can also support. We do a lot of work around setting up what's known as a portfolio company for exit. And so when you arrive here, you'll probably spend a lot of time talking about exits and talking about the data maturity side of it. And as I said, we support in each of these areas. Probably 20% comes from origination and diligence. 80% of our work comes in value creation and exit. And throughout this, we create value in multiple ways. We create value through helping businesses become more mature in how they use data, but we also create value by having tangible monetary increase in profits of these companies. So we run things like pricing projects. We do cross-sell, which is how a company sells additional projects to its customers. We help customers, portfolio companies, reduce the number of customers who leave And we do all of this in rapid projects in which you will form key part of quite small project teams. Very exciting space, and there's a massive demand for this. We'll talk a lot more about this come July, August, September, but it's useful to have this basic understanding before you join, because it does form the core of what JMAN does. So hopefully you'll enjoy your internship, learn the technical skills that really support the commercial aspects of why JMAN is so important. And when you join, you'll realise that it's that technical understanding mixed with what you will develop from a commercial point of view that makes JMAN such an important part of private equity, but also why it's such a great company to work for. I'm going to leave to that. We will meet shortly, and I look forward to that. Thank you.